Okay, so someone sent me this via my Instagram DMs, and I wasn't gonna talk about it because I don't really make those type of videos anymore. But I think I'm finally finding a comfortable place where I can make mini documentaries while I'm working on another one. I can make a quick old school commentary video. So I think that's the formula. And by the way, if you have video suggestions, please send it to me via Instagram. I would really appreciate it. With that said, I do believe she's not gonna be subscribing to the Sensitive Society channel anytime soon.
I'm literally shaking right now because I just had a man approach me in a parking lot and it went fine, and I'm going to tell you why it went fine and how to address it, because it was in a book I read and this is how you're supposed to address it, but it scared me. I'm literally shaking. So this guy, I am alone with my son, by myself, a woman, and a male approached me in a parking lot. He's, "Excuse me, miss," and I don't know why in the hell he was approaching me or what he was trying to do. And before he was probably 30 feet from me when he said, "Excuse me, ma'am," and I turned around and I literally yelled at him.
I understand where she's coming from. I understand being a woman on your own with a kid, coming back from Walmart, Target, any grocery store you can think of, and being scared if you see some random man approaching. And I get why someone might be scared of that. That's completely fine. What if you drop something? What if you drop $100 and then the guy sees it, tries to be a good person? It's like, "Hey, excuse me, man, are these yours?" Claims the person was like 30 feet away from them, a long enough distance for you to see a creep coming, might want to do something to you so you can grab your son and go, right? I think that's enough distance between two people in order for you to be like, okay, I'm gonna run, I'm gonna lock myself in the car, I'm gonna call the police, I'm gonna drive away, whatever you want to do. What if you drop your keys, your credit card, your wallet? Like, there's so many possibilities. I think she might have had an extra grande Starbucks coffee because she's fucking hyper, she's out of her mind.
"Do not approach me." And he immediately started going in the other direction, and I just kept saying it over and over and over. I said, "Do not approach me."
Well, no wonder anyone would. If I'm just trying to be a good person and trying to give this item back to this woman and someone starts screaming at you, "Do not approach me, get away from me, I'm gonna call the police," of course I'm gonna go the other way. I'm not going to get close to you because I don't know if you have a gun, I don't know if you have a knife. So it'll be extremely irresponsible and dumb of me to continue to approach a person who's screaming these fucking things in front of everyone at the fucking Walmart parking lot. It's embarrassing. Once again, I get it. There are creeps out there. And I know she was just trying to protect her son. She's just exaggerating the shit out of this situation.
"Do not approach me." And he, of course, got "What the F?" He started cussing and yelling, what's your problem? And I looked at him, and he actually then crossed a couple cars down from my car. And he didn't come anywhere near me. He crossed a couple cars down from my car and was like, continuing to cuss and say, "What's your problem?" And I say, "You do not approach women in a parking lot." I just kept saying, "Do not approach me. You do not approach women in a parking lot," yelling it. No male should ever approach a woman in a parking lot. Ever.
Really?
No male should ever approach a woman in a parking lot. And if a male does approach you, you need to turn around and use the strongest voice that you can possibly use with them. Don't be polite. They need to literally screw off. No male should be approaching you in a parking lot.
Okay, but what if you drop something? I see you got this ring. What if you fucking drop this? Okay, so I guess from now on, if I just see some random girl walking by and they drop their fucking life savings in the fucking floor, not because of her, I'm gonna be like, I can't say anything, so I'm just keep the money. And I get it. You gotta be on high alert. You gotta be careful. I completely understand that. But once again, if you're 30 feet apart, this guy could have a fucking knife, right? And if you're 30 feet apart, I'm sure you can run. Now, it would be completely different if the guy reached for her shoulder, touched her, tapped her, and be like, "Excuse me," that's completely different. This woman definitely has to slow down on the caffeine. So the whole point of this TikTok was, men are creepy. If something fell out of their bag, just leave it on the floor. Do not approach women at a parking lot. Just imagine trying to do something good and you get yelled at. Him, "Excuse me, ma'am," her, "Do not approach me." Yeah, seems like he's the problem. To be honest, yes, this woman looks pretty unhinged. Yeah, I honestly don't think her life was in danger, in my humble opinion. I think she's pretty paranoid. And don't get me wrong, it's good to have your guard up. You never know when a freak might approach you or want to do something. If it's legal, carry a gun. If it's legal, carry a pepper spray, a taser, whatever you gotta do to protect yourself as a woman and as a man. That's completely fine. I support that 1000%. But once again, if they're like 30 feet away, I mean, chances are you should be good and you probably dropped something. He was just trying to give it back to you. Stay safe out there. And I guess the moral of the story is, don't be a good citizen. If they drop something, keep it to yourself. With that said, thank you so much for watching. Appreciate it. I'm working on a longer video. Should be out in 2 to 3 days. Some of you sent me this and I knew how to react to it. Like, subscribe. Let's get those 400,000 subscribers and I'll see you soon. Peace.